that response from the other night in the tough battle with Cal to come out and really impose our will. And initially we didn't, but then we went to a couple guys off the bench, and I thought they brought great energy to really get the defensive side going. And then offensively, we really just kept trying to preach sharing the ball and making decisions for each other. And we did that by and large. So great to see a lot of guys get contributions. I know it's hard to ask Northwest to play one of the more physical Pac-12 teams one day, and then short rest, follow up the next morning. So appreciate their willingness to be a part of this. And, we'll get some good stuff. They got some quick athletic guys out there and allowed us to do some things, take a look at some things defensively, moving forward that will help us. So proud of the guys' effort.
Wayne, what were you hoping to get out of that game, and do you feel like you reached that today?
Yeah, well, we were hoping to get a win. We did that. And then we wanted to take a look at some things defensively, which we were able to do. So never mind the score, we were able to work on some things. You got to remember, we had no private scrimmage. We had no exhibition game. This was a great opportunity for our team to make a step forward, and we certainly did that.
Wayne, do you have any immediate prognosis on Tariq Silver at all?
No, we don't right now.
Wayne, does it seem like this year depth is more important than ever, especially considering week to week? You're not going to necessarily know, what personnel you might have. Is it even greater this year? I know it's always important, but
No. So, yeah, I think you're right. The fact that we weren't able to get as much in the off season, so we're not in the condition we're in. You saw that with Cal. They've had less than us, and they're not quite where they hope to be, which we know they'll be a much better team when we see them in about 5 weeks. As far as conditioning, they're a really good team. I meant from a conditioning standpoint. So it's great that we have that depth, to call upon. But then also the way we have hoped to play, and not getting into specifics, but things that we could do defensively that creates a little more offense. We haven't been able to do just because we didn't have the depth to do that in the past. But we still got some guys to get healthy, Gianni being one. We'll see about Tariq, but it was great to have Julian back out there. He's been banged up with an ankle. Even Tuck's playing at about 75-80%. But if we can get healthy here in the next couple of weeks, then I'll be a little more comfortable with where we're at.
Wayne, in these two games,
we got one more.
Wayne, in these two games, what kind of teaching points did you come away with as far as getting ready for Washington State?
Well, we just finished the game, so we'll watch this film. The big thing is really putting our stamp on the games, Jesse, how we're going to play. And so we'll have a lot of good clips from the Cal game and today's game in preparation for Washington State. Thanks a lot. Go Beavs.
On the Beavers Sports Network. All right, questions for Maurice?
Maurice, just seeing your team after 2 games, just your thoughts on how things are coming together so far.
Everything's coming well. Love playing with the guys. We're sharing the ball, working on defense each and every day, and I just love playing with them, and I feel like we're coming along well.
What was the focus for today, and you feel like you guys accomplished what you wanted to?
Getting up on the class and just working on our defense. I feel like today was a great day to work on defensive positions and getting a lot of boards, and I feel like we did a good job at that.
Maurice, what was your – go ahead, Andrew.
You can go first.
Maurice, what was your kind of assessment? You talked about defense, but about the way you guys forced turnovers and turned defense into offense today.
It was a spark off the bench. The guys, even when the starters were in, the guys on the bench were being loud, and And then when everybody's names were called, they got into the game and they're ready to play. And I feel like they're the enforcers of the game.
Maurice, there's so many new faces on this team, of which you're one as well. You know, with a kind of truncated, maybe a little different lead up to the season, no exhibition games. I mean, how important are games like this just to keep the chemistry rolling and get used to each other in a game setting instead of practice?
I feel like it's real important just to build relationships on the floor, trusting in one another. And in the practices, I feel like we do a great job at that. So, yes, sir.
Are you guys able to see each other a lot off the floor too, or are you trying to get that chemistry in like every way settled out when you're in practice with each other?
We do run into each other when we're working out. I run into Zach in the gym a lot, and yeah.
All right. Thanks, Maurice.
Mute it.
All right. Any questions for Zach?
Hey, Zach, what did you go into this game as a team kind of focusing on? And do you feel like you guys accomplished that?
Yeah, I think our biggest thing was just to play how we play, no matter our opponent. It's important to stay composed and play our game no matter who we are, no matter who we're playing, whether it's a D1 team, NAIA team. So thought we did that for most of the game. We let up a little bit in the second half, got away from our discipline, but I'd say for the most part, yeah.
Through two games, is there anything that jumps out as feeling markedly different about this year's team compared to last year's?
I mean, everything feels different this year, honestly. I think we can all say that. But yeah, I'd say we're a little more athletic. We got a little more depth. 2 games. It's been good to get these 2 games in. We can't replicate these past couple of days in practice whatsoever because it's a game setting. So it's been good to play these 2 games and see what we need to work on.
Where would you guys say you are conditioning wise, physically at this point? I know everything was kind of shortened last minute. You guys are just jumping right into this season. Physically, where do you think you guys are at right now?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really know. I'd say it's different, person by person. Some guys have been banged up, some guys haven't. So I mean, it varies, throughout the team.
Zach, how do you feel like you guys are coming along defensively, heading into a Pac-12 game next week?
Mm-hmm. We're obviously very long and can apply a lot of pressure on the defense. I just think we need to focus on our principles a little more. Sometimes we overpressure and don't stick to our principles, like weak side help, for example, and stay between our man and the basket. So I think it's good to see the versatility we have on D, but also, showed that we need to stick to our principles too.
All right. Thanks, Zach. All right. Thanks, everybody. Catch you later.